All right, very special guest here in the studio, a 5-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first-team All-Pro. That's when you know you're a real stud. First-team All-Pro, star of the Arizona Cardinals, cornerback Patrick Peterson. Welcome to the Around the NFL podcast, Patrick.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Where do you rank in terms of greatest career achievements being in the studio right now? Top?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know the roster you guys brought in here so far. So.
How about great career achievements arriving here on the team plane,
Man.
driven by
Flown,
the owner,
right. That's how
piloted
planes
by your owner? Is that a true story? We have a picture we're going to show of the plane, 4 of the Cardinals coming in here, and Michael Bidwell, the team president and owner, piloting.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure for the owner to take out the time of the day and fly us up here to the NFL Network. It was a bucket list for sure.
First of all, it's like a move that you would see on Ballers.
Right.
That's, like, second of all, a few things about this. So it's the Ballers thing, like The Rock would be involved, you would think. And then second of all, like what a man, a masculine man Michael Bidwell is, because he could own a team and fly a plane. Third of all, are you in a tough spot, Patrick, there? Because, listen, it's cool that the owner's flying the plane, but, can he really fly a plane? Like, what are you going to say? He's your boss.
You can't say no.
I kind of felt on his reference when he said I've only been flying since I was 18 years old, so I kind of felt at ease.
Okay.
So if he would have been like, I've only been flying since, like 2012, but, would you
that's 4 years.
Well, he better be confident because he's got you, he's got Calais Campbell, he's got David Johnson in
and
the
he's
plane.
in there as well, so.
Okay.
That's the most, yes. Okay, let's get into this. All or Nothing. It's debuting on Amazon Prime on July 1st, a multi-part miniseries, documentary, whatever you want to call it. And, Patrick obviously has a big part in this as it's documenting the entire season. Like, my dream for years was a show that was you took the Hard Knocks model and drew it out over an entire season.
Right.
But your coach, Bruce Arians, said that he doesn't like Hard Knocks. He thinks it's too much like playing up for the cameras and getting into the roster cuts and like a soap opera. But this is a different thing. How is this different from Hard Knocks if you've watched that show before?
I have watched Hard Knocks before, but, over the last couple of years I kind of fell away from it because it always comes out, in the middle of camp. And I'm not a very good guy or tech savvy of recording and going back home and watching them. So. But this is different because obviously, like you said, it's through the course of a season, and at times you kind of forget that those cameras are there, and it was real, genuine emotions. You can see the humor of the football team, the character that we had, the adversities that we had to go through, practicing in West Virginia, getting ready for the Pittsburgh Steelers, the ups and downs of games. It's just, I think it was a brilliant idea, and like you said, that was something I always wanted to see too. How is it like what these teams do Monday through Sunday to get ready for a game, how they travel, and it's definitely a great look for the NFL fans.
It's unprecedented. Like, there's never been a team that was documented all season long. Was there ever a time during the season when there was some adversity, or if maybe you had a bad game? Not that you have bad games, but where you were like,
easy there, Dan.
Damn, get these cameras out of my face. We're trying to do something here.
Like I said, it was times that we didn't feel, or it wasn't a sense of urgency that the cameras were around us. So it was
right.
It was always real because they had so many hidden cameras, so that we kind of felt at ease because you wasn't always in front of a camera 24/7 of that day. But it was a pretty cool project.
Big Brother watching, though. See, that would spook me a little bit.
I think we have a clip of you actually from the show, right? That we wanted to take a look at. Some of you and your boys. Let's take a look.
Well, what these guys are talking about is my Rolls Royce. I drove it every day to work last year.
My work car. It was a Rolls Royce. It's a humble flashy, but he the flashiest. You know you tight when you can talk about each other and you still cool.
A Rolls Royce. What's the move with the Rolls Royce? Is that sending a message when you pull it up?
What is humble flashy?
That's a better question.
That's what I want to know.
I guess I don't know. That's the first time I ever heard that. But I guess humble flashy is from Gerard point of view, I probably have to say without the rims.
Okay.
Still pulling up in like in sportswear,
Okay.
not in a suit and tie and all that stuff. So
Also, it's like I think I get it because that's a classy car. That is almost like the classiest car in the world. So I'm sure there are guys that pull up in the Lamborghinis and the Ferraris, and that's not humble flashy. That's just flashy. That makes sense.
You're kind of humble, flashy right now. You're gonna be on television today and here, but you're just nice, but you're not like
over the top.
Yeah, you're not pointing it out that you make way more money than all of us.
Patrick, your Cardinals were the most fun team in the league to watch last year. Whenever I went to Game Pass, first game I pull up is the Cardinals on Sunday night, and part of that is because you and Tyrann Mathieu. It's rare that you have two Defensive Player of the Year candidates on the same team. Mm-hmm. Which one of you is more valuable?
Wow. Wes drops a bomb in a big spot.
Man, I thought this was about the all of them. We were talking about who's more valuable. I mean, that's a tough question because, I mean, both of us mean so much for the defense. If it's not me going on the team's opposing number one receiver, it's not him putting him in different situations as far as blitzing, covering that number two slot or that number two threat on the opposing team as well. But both of us were great asset to the team, and we want to continue doing our parts to the best of our ability to hopefully get us over the top one day.
What does he do that kind of makes you say wow? When he came on the team, like what does he do that you this guy's a little different?
Right, and playing with him in college, so I kind of saw those flashes. But when he got into the NFL and to this stage and on this level, his ability to blitz, his ability to do a great job of maneuvering his body in the perfect position for some strange odd reason, and the way he's able to turn and flip his hips as quickly as he is, and his ball skills, I believe his ball skills are probably one of the best in the league for sure.
And finally, before we let you go, Patrick, you're very good with Twitter beefs. And cornerbacks are always beefing, and the people. We love the cornerback beefing. You and Richard Sherman have gotten after it. You and Josh Norman had some epic battles. When's the next one? I feel like we're a little overdue. It's time. Who's next?
I have no idea. I don't get into I try not to get into the beefs. It's just I think it's all fun.
There is something about the cornerback position though that I don't know why you don't really hear as much like tight end saying I'm the best tight end, but there is something about cornerbacks, and this started well before you were ever in the league of the different cornerbacks kind of comparing themselves to each other and saying, no, I'm the best right now. I'm number one. Is there something like about the position that you're inherently competitive with all those other guys?
Probably have to say because now the NFL is turning into that passing league. So on most teams you have marquee receivers, and now this day and age of football you need to have one or two marquee defensive backs or cornerbacks, and to play my position you have to be confident. I mean, you always have to carry a certain swag, about yourself, and I think that's what it's all about. Just a bunch of great guys, a bunch of great athletes, fighting and jawing for that number one spot.
Plus, you are better than Josh Norman.
So. We knew that.
There we go.
Fair.
All right. Fair. So Patrick Peterson, he's got stuff to do. He's a busy man about town in Los Angeles. Then he's got to get back on the jet, and you fully trust the owner to get you home. So everything's working out, and it's great to have Patrick Peterson here with us. Again, check him out on All or Nothing on Amazon Prime, and then watch him, of course. The team of Around the NFL last year, the Arizona Cardinals. We love watching the Cards, and we look forward to watching you again in 2016.
Oh man, we looking forward to putting on another great show as well, and getting to the big game and winning it, hopefully.
Yeah, we're excited to check it out. Patrick Peterson.